welcome back to another video. Right, today it's just an update video. I'm going to head back to the valley then. I haven't been up in about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, so yeah, we're going to go and check that out and see what it looks like. And I reckon I may even see some deer today. I always am super excited when I come up here. It's a bit of a drive and it's a bit of a hike to get out here. Totally worth it though. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. Nice, this place is looking really good. Hasn't changed at all. Do with the sweep. Let's go and check out the other shelter. Oh, everything seems to be still here. So this is what the boys now refer to as the winter shelter. If you haven't seen the channel before, it's like proper protected in here. When the fire's going, it's absolutely perfect. I may make a fire before I go. Like I said, I'm just checking the place out, making sure everything's still legit. And obviously go and do some exercise, chuck an axe. Saying that, I am super thirsty. I could do with a drink. Like sometimes when I come up, I literally just come up to have a look, just to come and look at all the work we've done over the last 4.5, 5 years. Yeah, I'm always impressed, and I'm always impressed that it's still standing. Right, let's go and grab a drink. Okay, so there are probably a few things that we should talk about that are probably going to happen in the future that we're not going to enjoy. Firstly, this big tree here is eventually going to fall down, and the way that the tree's growing, it's going to fall this way, straight on top of this shelter. That's if it doesn't snap halfway and maybe clears a little bit. Second problem is this tree up here, which is in, I don't know, near the top left. The one in the top left hand side of the screen is already fallen apart and it's already dead, so that one is all good. It's like maybe only 20 feet tall, it's already snapped. The one next to it though, it's in the middle of these two, that one looks like it's going to go this way, which is going to hit the shelter at the top. So there is an ailing inevitability that in the future at some point we're going to have to rebuild the shelter somewhere else because these are going to get crushed by trees. It's a sad fact of nature. They don't last forever, these trees, they're already pretty old. I've tried cutting the ivy on this one, just to try and reduce the amount of weight this tree's holding. There's lots of ivy in this forest, so it's alright, but it's alright to cut back some of it. It's trying to save some of the older trees. That being said, we don't mind rebuilding again, to be honest. I think we kind of enjoy it. Some of the stuff like this fireplace, for example, I've probably rebuilt 4 or 5 times. This one has lasted about 2.5, 3 years. And then the things that we used to do a lot, I like building the wood store. We've built that once, it's been perfect every time. Table, for example, we've done this twice. This bench was modified, the camera's sitting on. I mean, this thing has grown and grown over the years. If you haven't seen the channel, then you should check out the rest of the videos because this thing has grown. We've done small parts added onto it. I just had a rustle. Yeah, we've done this one quite a few times. Got a little flat spot up top. This area we refer to as the flat spot. Basically, there was nowhere to camp up here because everything is on a valley. So I dug this out, moved the soil from this side to here, built a small bank. And now we can fit a 3-man tent here, which is ideal. The boys often camp here. Most recent videos I've posted, certainly through the winter, I didn't even bring a tent. I just camped in the winter shelter with the fire going all night. There's so much fallen oak, like these 2 trees I was just talking about, they're made of oak as well, and the one that fell down previously. So we've actually been hacking that one back for the last year, a year and a half. Just trying to make the most of what we got. Obviously this is a big tree that fell down. Luckily it fell just behind this shelter. It did start to slide down the valley, so we started cutting the weight off of it. Obviously after about a year, this will season, so we've got a little wood store here, which is obviously behind the shelter. There's 2 reasons we built the wood store here. One, because it's right next to the fire, which means we have less distance to go when it's pissing down with rain in the winter. But number 2 is because the actual tree that's fallen down is just behind it, so we can literally pass the logs through. They store here for, I don't know, sometimes they don't actually store here for very long, and as you can see, the summer is here. We have got a lot of work to do to cut a lot of wood up and ready in preparation for the winter, which we're going to need. And then stick the logs straight on the fire. Like I said, I've made a bed here and I've just slept here with the fire kicking all night. I leave a nice little wood pile here, and I get to enjoy the view and the sound of nature. I can just about hear the river at the bottom. Sometimes if I sit here quietly for long enough, I can hear deer walking past. Sometimes they walk up to the shelter. In the past we filmed deer, foxes. A fox came right up to this point while I was sat right here. So it is perfect, certainly in the summertime when you can just relax. In fact, to be honest, it's not even the summertime. I enjoy this place in the winter. I don't know if anyone else likes the sound of rain hitting tarp, but that tapping noise, it's perfect. All of this site has been a team effort. It's not been me, it's been my 2 young sons, Ollie and Charlie. Charlie's my miner. The rock that we've been using for our project, Charlie's been digging out the ground here. So he's dug a big hole right down in here and he pulls all the stone out for me. We mix mud with cement to make a kind of mortar, and that seems to be sufficient. Some walls we make are dry stone walls, but most of them we use cement. Right, so what's next for the valley then? Well, what is next is the pond. This we made a good 3 years ago. As you can see, it's made out of a blue tarp, which is no longer waterproof. It holds a bit of water, and we do get newts and frog spawn in here whenever that season is. I don't know when that is. But this year, the boys now decided we're going to build a new pond with a proper stone wall around the outside with mortar, and we're actually going to buy a proper fish pond, like a proper plastic one maybe with like the black, like something hard, because we do get a lot of leaves in here, of which Charlie mentioned we're going to build a net for the pond. I see this quite often with other people in their ponds. I don't know whether the net is to stop birds getting in, which leads me on to the next thing. We're going to put fish in the pond. Once we've established the pond, we're actually going to put fish in here as well, so we'll have proper fish. Now the deer, the sheep, I don't know what else we get around here, maybe horses, they may drink from the pond, so that'd be kind of cool. Foxes as well, maybe badgers, they'll all drink from here, which is kind of one of the ideas for putting the water here. The boys and I absolutely love this as a project. It's fun to build. It's nice to see what lives in here as well. I bet I won't have to look long enough and I'll find a baby frog. Give me a second. Found one. And that is why we enjoy spending so much time up here. Nature's gorgeous. I love living in Devon, I'm not going to lie. We are super lucky. We have all this this woodland, and then like we spend so much time on the beach as well. It's just perfect for us. Right, on that note, I think I'm ready to go. Everything's looking good. Everything's still solid and secure. Everything's still is still here. So right, it's been fun. Like I said, this is just a pop-up video, just to come and check out the shelter and see how it's getting on. I do these every so often if I haven't come up here in a little while. Like I said, we do have some projects coming up, and also have some things to think about with this tree coming down at some point. But summer's looking good so far. I think we're coming up to like the 5th year, well, entering into the 5th year of the valley being here. So it has changed. There's loads of videos on the YouTube channel. Feel free to go back and watch those. Whatever you do, don't bother subscribing. Don't leave a comment. We will not reply, and don't leave a like. See you in the next one.